So I just want to briefly interrupt this video for a quick advertisement for myself. So if you haven't already, remember, like I said when I picked up this car, if you use discount code M2, you will get an exclusive discount on b7performance.com right now. Not telling you how much the percentage is, but you can save yourself some big monies, and we have the Christmas sale on there at the moment to save money on a huge range of items. If you go on there, check out the website. I've just redesigned it. It took me a long time, so please check it out because it took me forever. So thank you, check it out. Now let's get back to the video. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we are doing the first drive of my brand new, to me, I don't know what keeps saying brand new, but my BMW M2 competition I've just got. This is the second day of owning it, and it's not rained today, so I've been waiting all day for it to dry up a bit more, and it's starting to look like it might rain. So I thought if I don't film now, I'm never going to be able to get it done. But I am on back roads that are a bit wet and greasy, to say the least. There's some puddles here everywhere and a bit of like sludge and mud from where tractor's been around. So I'm being very careful and cautious of where I am right now, and hopefully we'll find some more dry roads. I do know where there's a bit of like not back roads, but like just national straights with roundabouts in between, so I can get some good like just head-on driving footage of seeing how it accelerates through the gears and the grip you do get on these cars. As you see, you got the shift lights as well. It is sick. So I've just popped the traction back on as well for a second, just to give me a bit more grip, or help assist me, because it's not the ideal weather conditions, to say the least, as you can probably tell. But just driving in general already, it just grips. Right, get around these. Lots of puddles. But I'm not gonna lie, the power of this. I had a stage 2 M4 previously, and this is still makes you feel so alive with the car. Like compared to my M4 stage 2, it still feels just as fast, really. And this hasn't even been mapped yet. There's certain power points it feels like it could do a little bit more, but just in general, it's bloody good. I love the shift lights. If you can see, I hope the LEDs come up alright on the camera, because I know sometimes they can flicker like mad, but they look so cool when shifting through the gears in a red line. Oh my god. Ooh, cyclist. Right. We'll take a chill bit for a bit, but as you can see from just like the driver angle, everything is quite driver focused, I feel like, around this car. The clocks, they sort of sweep you in more than what they do on like an M3 or an M4, and it's just, I don't know, it feels so special driving this car. It gives you such a special feeling when you're in it. Like it's just so nice. But it's a bit dry around here, but I've got a car up ahead. If I just drop it down a bit. My god. It feels definitely a lot more better set up than previous cars I've owned. Like for a rear-wheel drive car, I don't know, it feels like you're sitting sort of on the rear, on like the rear wheels in a way. It's really weird. Like you kind of feel like you know when the car wants to twitch. You can feel it in your ass in the back of the seat. It's so weird. When it pins you back, you just feel like all you've got to do is point and aim, and you can sort of control the rear with your foot. It's a very strange feeling with this car, but it's just extremely driver focused, I'd say. I'd love to do a track day in it. I think it'd be insane. But the one thing I'm regretting right now is driving down this road in this weather, because the car is going to be disgusting. But I'm fogging up a bit, so you probably can't even see out these windows. So I'm going to switch the camera angle again, so you can see what's actually going on. I'll hit the red lines. Oh yes, the steering wheel looks bad. you've got an M2 or an M2 Comp or whatever, explain the drivability, because when you're gunning for it compared to like the M4, it feels completely different. Like you feel so much more connected and like in control. This feels a lot less sketchy than like the M4 and that, and just in general as a car. It feels so well set up and like built to do one thing, and that's just drive really, because it's just such a insane experience. I feel like I'm driving a fucking roller coaster, or like a dedicated track car that's not a dedicated track car by any means. I understand this is sort of like their flagship sort of race car. It's the most, I'd say, inspired for, you can put it on a track and it's good to go. It's such a fun car, man. Especially the steering wheel really helps like the party tricks, because it just makes it sick. Yes, and you got the gauges on here, you can have pop up, like it's so cool. It's got so many bells and whistles that makes it look so fun. So I just thought I'd quickly touch on, I just realised I haven't touched on this, how I actually ended up buying an M2 competition, and like what my car thoughts were of what to get. So essentially when sending the M4, I thought I'm gonna get I'll get a Mark II RS. I drove one, I did really enjoy driving it, but the only way to really get one on non-silly payments, it was just get a bank loan. And then I didn't really want to get a bank loan for quite an old car, what they are, with the money they are, and the money has started to drop off them. I've noticed recently, like if anyone's in the market for one, I look, you'll notice they are starting to come down quite fast, which is a bit worrying again. So although I would love to own one day, maybe one day, I just can't justify that money just yet for what a car where you get that only that much with it. You're literally just paying for the engine on them and the look of them. They're not really a great driving car, I wouldn't say. They're just cool. I wanted to get an M140i. I was very close to buying a 140i, but when it comes to financing one of them, the residual value of them is trash. So you're paying like 23, 24 grand for a car you've got to pay £400 a month for, where you could get like an M3 or an M4 for probably around the same monthlies. Just the monthlies are awful on them because of the residual, because they know they're going to drop soon, because it's not an M car. Let this car in because it's been a retard. Because it's not an M car, it's not going to hold value, because it's a baby M car in the nicest way possible. They're amazing cars, they sound sick, they do everything you need, and they're a great price, but in a financial scheme of things, they're not good, if that makes any sense. Obviously you can bank on it, buy it outright, perfect. Any other way, probably not good, and they're probably going to start dropping value soon. But needless to say, still an awesome car. I want to get one on the channel. I want to do a 140i, like a Mac 140i versus my stock M2 competition. I've got that lined up. One of my mates who's got one, because I think that'll be really interesting to see. So sort of like value for money. What do you get differently between an M2 and the 140? Because a lot of people do go from 140 to an M4, an M3, or something that goes like the bigger version, the big daddy of it. Obviously I know a 140 can make great power, and that's been seen everywhere, but they don't provide the wow factor with them. The interior is not as good, the exterior is not as good, but still, needless to say, great cars, and they do sound cool. Another car I was looking at was the RS3. They are very expensive cars at the moment, but the interior on them kills me. They just look so tame, and you're just basically getting an extra, like, it's just a bigger Golf R engine, and it makes great power. They grip well, but you do not get nowhere near as enough. You do not get nowhere near enough of like the fun and the thrill factor of driving a car like this. Even like, I'd say like a Fiesta ST would be more fun in the nicest way possible, just because of what they are. But still love to own an RS3 one day, but I wouldn't be able to justify the money they're asking for at the moment for what you get in return. I'd only really was looking at the facelifts, because if you're getting one, you've got to have the Digi Dash in you. You just can't not have like the virtual cockpit in that. So it is one of them things where it's like, one day I'll have ya, but not yet. And I've got a poll on Instagram right now because my new car video isn't actually launched at this time. I'm sort of planning and getting my videos ready. So I've been looking, and a lot of people did guess RS3, but it's because I had to colour in my thumbnail by hand on the like the paint app on iPhone. So the car that I've coloured out is a lot more boxier than the M2 is. So it looks completely different, but I've put a lot of people off the scent. People with like RS6, RS4, RS3, a few M2s, but it didn't help that I posted a picture of an M2 on my Instagram saying I really wanted one, and then, well, I got copped, so I didn't get that car technically. But still, from that factor, I did end up on the M2 comp in the end, but by all no means was I in the frame of mind I was getting one. But from a business point of view, and I haven't really seen many M2 comps on YouTube. I've seen a few, but they've all been sort of like the same generic builds and stuff, and I want to do something cool, and I want to start selling all the BM parts on my website, which is obviously my main stream of revenue anyway. So it made sense to get sort of like a cool flagship M car to show off getting into that scene and that market. I feel like that's just a good way to present yourself in like the least stupidest way sounding, if that makes any sense to anyone. But yeah, needless to say, I'm so stoked with this car. I love it to bits. I just can't get enough of it. I just want to drive it everywhere and anywhere I can. And I'm actually doing the Silverstone like driving light thing tomorrow, so it's going on the full track at Silverstone tomorrow. I mean, it won't be a track day, but technically it's going on the first track day, but just in like second gear the entire time and doing like up to 20 miles an hour, I'm assuming. But it'll be sick, so I'm gassed for that. So thank you all so much for watching. Please leave a like, comment down below, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It really does help me out, and because I've been slacking, I've probably lost quite a few subs. I've not looked because I want to depress myself, but I probably have lost a lot just because I haven't been uploading. So I am uploading. Prove to me I should keep uploading, keep my momentum going. Hit that subscribe button down below, it does a lot. Make sure you check out B7 Performance as well. Remember that discount code is still live for code M2, so make sure you use that in case you missed the unveiling video. And yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you next one. Peace.